and went home.
After Max left San Francisco and went home.
A letter came to him one day.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you said you were coming back. I thought you said that you were getting a divorce.
Oh, the letter came to the
And-
Kansas house. Was he there to receive it?
Yes, well, she received it.
Oh, Elsie received it
Yes,
and read it.
So she was going to divorce him.
Hmm.
And I said,
No, you're not.
well, she wanted to come and live with me.
Oh.
And I said, that's one thing that Homer and I have agreed on that we will never do. We are not going to split either of you by conforming to that.
Mm.
We weren't going to. I said, my father and you, as far as I'm concerned, are each my parents. And the way I see you is together. I will do nothing to prevent that. So I think I was really her only hope there. But anyway, that's when the bedrooms changed to two. Permanently.
Yeah, right. So
from then on, now...
and he didn't die until he was
94.
94. And she died at 96.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing was, now I could tell, see, he had a stroke. And I was there when he had this stroke. And we called the ambulance and took him to the hospital. And at sometime thereafter, while he was in the hospital and in rehab,
Mm-hmm.
she went up to Lou's house. But I stayed and I went to see him every day and everything. She came back and I took her to see him. But the day that we didn't go was the day he died. And so then I took care of her until she died. So I had her for 5 years.
Did you enjoy it? Was it different as an adult and you being, the caretaker than it was as you being a young girl adult?
I wasn't young at all.
I mean when you were much younger, you were still, perhaps you don't feel like you were a caretaker in your younger days before your dad got older and lost his marbles.
No, well, see, the thing is, I had lost Homer before this.
That's right. I forgot. That's
okay.
right.
So
now you're a single woman and
you're right.
Your parents are beginning to become ailing.
Right. And so anyway, I went back and forth more often.
Right.
To see them and to help them in every way that I could.
Right.
And both of them were very receptive to that, I didn't feel as though, nor did I wish to be, like the major one to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I just had the propensity to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And, but I was still shocked when they gave me the house. I was shocked. Because I didn't consider that I deserved that.
Well, everybody else in the family did. For all of your incredible efforts just towards the family, Margaret.
Well, see, the thing is, the last year that my mother, I had been watching my mother decline.
Right.
Okay. And sometimes with even a great deal of glee because of the things that she would do. But, and I don't know how many times I wanted to go to the Peak all by myself.
Right.
So I could just go shopping my way.
Right.
You know? And she'd mess that all up, you know. Oh, I think I'll go with you. That's when the S word would come to the and then I'd find out that she had deliberately messed it all up so that this was her day, not mine. But anyway, when I got this indicating that they had decided that the house was mine.
That they had decided that the house was yours?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the bank and said, I have a sale for this house, and I want the checks to go to, and I named my brothers and sisters. I never received the money. I received my part of it, and that was it. And because I really felt as though that any member of the family would have done what I did. I really felt they would have.
Well, that's your generous nature that makes you feel that way.
Yeah. No.
And I agree with you. I think
No, I said it
any other
wasn't
member
mine.
would have done the same thing too in your particular
Yeah,
family.
it wasn't mine.
Right. No.
I didn't have a nickel in that house. I even had the...
But they all thought that you deserved it, and instantly.
Well,
instantly.
But the point is, the Lord was still there like he was at 11.
There you go.
He was still there. Because the whole idea, if you want love, you must love.
If you want love,
You must love.
you must love.
Yeah.
That's led you all along, hasn't it?
It works.
Yeah.
It works.
It works.
Also, if you love and you want love, you will always have a smile on your face.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get rid of it.
Right.
It wasn't put there by you.
Right. Tell me some of the highlights of your life. The highlights. Probably 11 years old was a highlight. The most important.
Right.
Your
Okay.
little talk with God at 11.
I got my violin,
Ah, yes, your violin.
and I just loved it.
That was a highlight. Tell me another highlight.
Well, let me tell you, my Uncle Cecil gave me the violin.
Mm-hmm.
To this day, I'm still trying to get the life of Uncle Cecil on paper.
Oh,
But
well,
Bob-
who was Uncle Cecil?
Okay.
Let's
he
get
was-
it on tape.
He was my father's youngest brother.
Okay.
Okay,
Younger by how many years?
probably 2.
Okay.
Maybe 4. Maybe 4. Because I don't know whether I don't know where Aunt Lizzie fit in there.
And Lizzie was a sister, a
Yes.
sibling.
She was the one that nobody liked and always compared me to her. Yes.
I'm sorry, was she the slobber kissy slobberer?
No,
Oh, that was somebody else.
she was big boned, tall.
Is she the one that Louis, as a
Masculine.
little boy, always thought was drunk?
No,
That was
Grandma.
somebody else.
That was Grandma,
Oh,
her mother.
because they couldn't get her out of the back seat of a car without tugging and pulling?
Yeah, that's right. But the thing that he didn't realize that at that time cars didn't have four doors.
4 doors, right.
And she
Horrible.
She was always in the back.
Yeah.
Okay, can you remember?
Yes.
Out of cars.
Yes, they were hideous when just the front of the seat would lean forward a smidge.
Well, right, and you had to tug and tug and tug to get out anyway if you were in the back.
Especially if you've been riding for a while.
Right. Well, anyway.
There's your brother. Hi, babykins.
Hi.
Hi, baby doll.
What's he doing?
I'm coming to get my phone.
Oh, I'm
Have
sorry
you
it's in
ever,
use right now.
When Mr. Ray leaves, I'll come out and sit with you guys.
That'd be lovely.
Yeah.
Why don't you do that?
Yeah, because I can tell you,
Here's your little
I
muggly
don't
ugly.
know why these animals don't like squirrels.
They do. They like to taste them.
Well, see, if you fed them squirrel, now look at all those ducks down there. No, those aren't ducks.
So those are black ibis.
Yeah. that's
Indeed
right.
they are.
Black ibis, yeah. Yeah.
So we're having a really cool discussion about family history and points of interest and highlights of life. What was the highlight of your life, Louis Allen Walls?
When I met you, baby.
Oh man, was that a good suck up. Baby, I'm so impressed. Come here, give me a smooch. That was wonderful. Here, give me a smooch. Mwah, thank you.
Let's stay home and eat leftovers today.
Oh
Oh,
gosh,
yeah,
we've got
sure.
some fabulous leftovers. That potato leek soup that you made the other night
Yeah,
was
and then
divine.
I've got that.
Cuban food from your
Yeah,
night out the
that's
other
what
night.
I have. And
Oh, we got all kinds of stuff.
I don't care what happens to the rice. But
There's
I
I made fresh rice this morning, and there's I may even have leftover quiche.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Since
I
it's
look
fresh and
forward-
wonderful.
If we have black-eyed beans, or
Black-eyed
yeah.
beans.
black beans. If we don't, I'll go to the store and get some.
That sounds like a great idea. We've got a
Yeah,
few things we
that's-
need at the store anyway.
That's great. That's
Like
great.
some Gewürztraminer for our last night together before Maggie goes home.
What time is your flight tomorrow, and where's your tickets and stuff?
I gave you the pad.
Did you?
That's all. It's all on there.
On that sheet of paper?
Yeah.
Okay. You got bugs again, buddy?
Still.
Oh, jeez. Shower might help that a bunch.
She just loves being held, you know.
Yes,
She
I
went
do.
walk last night.
I know.
She just
She just doesn't. She just won't do
yeah,
it.
Right. Well, that's what. I have a friend June across the street, and she puts her little dog in the
In the basket.
basket.
Mhm. 5
and takes
pounds
her
and a
for
year old.
ride, and she comes back just as happy as she can be. if she
Buddy's
had
got a bone
ride.
over there. Good boy, Paco. Yeah, see that squirrel bone he's chewing on? You can hear it now.
Where's Paco?
Crunch, crunch, right behind you. Chewing on a squirrel bone.
Well, okay, I can't call Heath since I don't have.
Okay, now wherever I gave you that sheet.
All right.
Okay, and also I'm going to need a wheelchair.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't tell him that you were going to need a Segway instead of a wheelchair. You know those two-wheeler thingamabobs? It's not, oh my God, I almost said it's 19-something or another. It's 2014. Tell me the highlights of your life.
Okay,
What
The
was
highlights.
monumental?
okay. Well, one thing that was monumental was my violin.
Oh, yes. But go on past that.
Okay. After 7 years, or on the 7th year, when I had the opportunity to play first violin with the All County Orchestra, I was thrilled.
That was a highlight.
That was one
You'll never
highlight.
forget that feeling, will you?
Right. Okay, another highlight was when I became national president of the Life Insurance Cashiers and Office Managers.
Yes, ma'am.
And another highlight was when I was invited by my company to come to the opening of an office in Houston, Texas.
And you were working in L.A. at the time?
No, San Diego.
In San Diego.
Yes.
Right. That's where you lived.
Okay. I was the only person outside of the home office invited by all of the tops of management to attend that.
That's really an incredible.
Also, when I had the opportunity to get a degree in personnel administration, and I was the only employee of Golden State Mutual Life honored to have that
Privilege.
privilege of going through that study.
Yes.
But also, I was the only one allowed to have a license.
Tell me about getting your parliamentarian license when you had to go take the testing.
Okay, now this was first, but then I will go into later.
Okay.
Okay, so at first, because I was to have a convention in San Diego, a parliamentarian told me that I needed to have parliamentary procedure because I would have to preside at this convention,
I see.
which was a nationwide convention. So,
This is in the 60s or 70s?
oh no.
In the 50s. So you're the only black woman doing this, pretty much.
Yeah, I was the only black woman who belonged to this organization in the country.
In the country.
Yes. Well, anyway, this parliamentarian, who was my vice president at the time that I was national president of this organization, told me like what parliamentary would do for me during this convention. So I went to the class, and the teacher's husband was a politician in California, but I don't remember what his classification was. Well, anyway, I went through the class, and this was intended that if you got through the class successfully, that you would automatically become a member of the National Association of Parliamentarians.
Right.
Okay, I passed the test, and then I was called in by the teacher, who told me I couldn't become a member.
You could not become a member.
That's right, because I'm black. So
They had a rule about it.
Yes.
Written rule, huh?
Okay, now wait a minute. So I asked her, if you knew that from the start, why did you allow me to go through
The testing.
The classes?
Yeah.
And
Jeez.
her answer was, because I didn't think you could pass.
Talk about passive-aggressive behavior.
Okay, so I never knew whether it was her or whether it was the organization until later I met